But we've just worried about picking the test for this team for this week. We've this is a big test for us, and we're not thinking too far beyond that right now. It's we haven't had our first test of a year away from home. I don't think I've ever had it in my time, and so it's been a real challenge for us, and particularly coming to Mendoza against a really confident Argentinian team. So this is a massive challenge for us, and one that we're going to have to put everything into it, and then we'll worry about next week. Oh, look, they're a quality team. They've been developing their game, and certainly they've got a great desire to. They've got a desire to attack. They've got some great feet. If you don't really commit in terms of your defence line, then you can struggle with them, and we know that they're really willing around the breakdown particularly, and that's kind of where the battle often is against Argentina. So aware of that, and respectful of that, because we've learnt the lessons when we weren't as respectful as we needed to be of their defensive work. Yeah, look, it's about one test at a time. It's kind of easier said than done. It's a good question, because everyone knows at the end of the day there's a big tournament that we all want to do well in. But we've got some clear goals about what we need to achieve in this rugby championship, and we've still got a bit of building to do to be where we need to be for the World Cup. And so there's no better way to go into a World Cup than feeling really confident about where you're at with your game. So this is where the rugby championship becomes important, and what's critical is that we build our way through this particular tournament and show that we are adapting and growing. So that's the challenge we've put, and that challenge for the mindset goes to the players and management as well. It goes to coaches to make sure we stay in the here and now. I'm just worried about Saturday, to be fair, but 33 actually for the World Cup. We're getting clearer. I just feel for this test it's the right combination. I said earlier that Damian's been out of the All Blacks for over a year, and we really believe putting him into the saddle straight away is going to be really, really good for him. He's playing with a lot of confidence at the moment, and give him an opportunity to come in and really, I guess, settle down and drive this team around and to show everyone how good he can be in that space. And so rather than have him on the sidelines for a while and maybe lose that confidence, we'd rather run with it at the moment. And it's we know we've got a lot of faith in Richie and a lot of faith in Bodie, but it's a bit of a luxury, I guess, to have all three of them in the group. But we're delighted with that, and I think with the way we play that we can actually work that well.
Yeah, it's exciting. Obviously, stoked. Probably didn't expect it at first. Obviously, we got Rich and Bears have had a great year, and obviously had a bit of game time this year with the Chiefs. So to get that opportunity is great. So looking forward to it. It's exciting being over here in Argentina too, and it's going to be an exciting challenge getting in that 10 jersey. Yeah, I think probably since my first crack a few years back now, my game's probably matured a little bit more than what it has been in the past. Probably used to run myself into trouble a bit and put the team under a bit of pressure. So I've learnt that kicking is a big part of being a playmaker, and having that experience this year with the Chiefs as well has been great. So game's probably matured a lot more than. They're a very physical side. They've got a great set piece, and like Jordie said, defensively they're an outstanding team. So for us, we're going to have to be really on around our attack, our breakdown. We've got guys who can get over the ball. So, and then obviously on attack, they play with a lot of flair. They have a great kicking game. So there's not one area we've had to focus on. We've had to focus on a lot of areas. But I guess for us, we focused on ourselves a lot this week and what we can get right. But they're a great team, and obviously being in Mendoza in front of a massive crowd and in front of the passionate fans, it's going to be a tough battle.
Argentina are a world-class side, and we shared the spoils with them last year, one game apiece, and in my opinion, they're one of the best defensive sides in world rugby. And you've got to hold the ball for a long period of time, and they dominate those physical battles, very good on the ground in the breakdown from 1 to 15, so they make you earn everything you want to get, so it's going to be tough. In some ways, yes, and in some ways, no. You try to pick the bones out of what we did well last year, and then in some ways it's a fresh group and a different start this year. Where we're going to go back to zero and earn the right as such. So it's exciting. It's a different group this week with a fresh opportunity, and yeah, we spoke about it this morning. We're in Mendoza, a passionate Argentinian city about rugby, and 42,000 people, so it's going to be tough.
Agarra eso por favor. Sí. Échalo.
Sounds good.